Good morning. Good morning, Luna. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Celines Estevez. As you can see, I have another callback. But this callback is different. It's via Zoom. And they also need me to be in a full body shot so they can see me dance. We're gonna show you guys how I prepare for a callback. You'll see my audition, how that looked, on what got me the callback. Stop chirping for a second. Yeah, you always wanna be in the video, there you go. What do you wanna say, huh? I put you on the spot, you don't wanna say nothing, boo? By the way, I woke up to the email today. I woke up around like 7 and I saw it on the email, so it got it pretty early about the callback, and my callback today is at 3 p.m. Heading out for a little Starbucks run. I gotta be the only one that leaves a Starbucks like this. This is the only place I just leave in t-shirts. If it's drive-through, best believe it's just t-shirt and sandals. That's it. You guys like me? Sure. I love Disney. I'm gonna celebrate myself for Fun Friday. Yay! It's so funny. I still keep that tradition, that Fun Friday tradition from elementary school. I mean, it's good for the soul, right? All right, y'all. Real quick before I enjoy my breakfast, can we appreciate this mug? Oh my gosh, look at me. Follow your heart. This is so cute. I am fully ready. I did take some time to work on my homework as I am completing my business degree. We look exactly the same as we did in the audition. That's just to help the casting director and the client remember. Because early on in the industry, they don't know who we are. So I think it's our job to make their life easier and have them remember by looking exactly the same. And as far as me looking back at the tape and things like that, definitely solidified a new approach. Still keeping the same kind of vibe, but getting a better sense of the project. Expect to do the same thing you did in the audition, redoing it, but live. Now you're sitting down with the clients and the casting director, real time, and you're gonna do the scene with them. They'll incorporate some direction, usually that's what they do. So be prepared to do what you did in the audition, but to take the direction, that you know your dialogue, that you're very familiar with the scenario, and you have the room to play around with that idea with new dialogue. Excuse me, with new direction and a new approach. Yeah, and then pretty much it's usually pretty quick. I mean, expect to be in there no more than 15 minutes. It shouldn't take that long. Be 10 minutes early to your appointment time. Mine is at 3 o'clock, so I'll be there at 2:50, right there in the waiting room. I made it to the studio, as you guys could see. One thing I do want to point out is that on the breakdown, it says that they're looking for a fun and energetic person. The scene has to do with, like, it's a more dramatic kind of scene. It's like the character's dealing with a problem. A lot of words that they added were like mysterious and very like suspicious, mischievous, like a lot of words like that kind of have, I guess, like a negative connotation to it. But something that I always remember when doing commercials is you want to keep it light. You don't want to play too serious. You rarely ever see in a commercial like someone being so like angry, and if they are, it has more of a comedic approach to it. You want to sell your products light and happy. You don't want your audience to feel like, oh my gosh, you know, you always want them to be interested and understanding and funny. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna actually have to head over to Best Buy. It's like 10 minutes away, because my SD card ran out of space and I can't film this video for you guys, and I had some time, so I'm gonna go run really quick, go get an SD card, and then I'll be back. Bye. What I was saying before about the callback, in this case, they're looking for a fun and energetic person. In the scene, it doesn't really call for that really fun and exciting, but you still want to have that essence about you, especially when you're interacting with the client, and you want to carry that energy in the scene. For example, I used the like the verb to shock. That's an energetic verb that I can use that still accomplishes the objective of the scene, and it also accomplishes what the client is looking for. This is exactly an hour before the callback. So let's start setting up. So I'm gonna use the gray color because I don't want to match the background, obviously. So we could see now that I have all this playing area because I am gonna stand. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and test it on the computer. So this is what it looks like so far. That's not bad, but this is gonna have to come in closer. I have a very clean frame. Now I just have to figure out, I guess, the transition from doing this to standing up. Unless I do the whole thing standing up. Duh. To get that essence and that mood and to maintain that, I love to use music to my benefit. So I'll just play some like really fun and energetic stuff that gets me in that mood, because you don't want to stay quiet and very formal, and I know we tend to do that in audition. So a way to break out of that is to stay in this zone and make it feel like your space, your area, this is your room. Let me continue setting up and vibing out. So I've decided to take out that big old table, and I'm gonna start off sitting down, just traditional Zoom meeting, right? And we're gonna start off with this look, right? Just a nice medium close-up. They can see me. I'm nicely lit, very nice and clean. When they ask me to do the little dance, when I'm gonna do my dance, I'm gonna move this stool back over there. It's clean space to do that for them. First, let me get the Zoom meeting ready so I could just, once I'm warmed up, pop, I'm on. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just have a quick little dance party with myself, just getting the vibes, just feeling it, stretching as I go, any tension, just staying relaxed, and having this space be my fun area. I'm going to start putting the camera away. I will reflect with you guys afterwards, okay? Oh my gosh. I did all of this and the callback is not until next week. I'm just kidding. It's not until an hour. What the frick, man? I'm over here like this, like, okay. Blah, 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 blah. Time to go. All right, join meeting at 4:30. Oh, crazy. It's because on the meeting it says 3. I'm wondering if that's a typo. I don't think that's a typo. Oh my gosh, it's an hour 30. Okay, it gives me more time to do some work and stuff. That's cool, because I'm prepared. All right, well, bye. So we're back at the actual time we're supposed to be here. In case you were wondering what did I do during my break, I just got work done. I was in the office over there just doing some work, answering phone calls and things like that. This is the real deal. This is the real thing, okay? I'm gonna go now, and then I'll come back with a proper reflection. Okay, bye. Let me set y'all down right over here. Just a quick little reflection right after. Okay, so yeah, it was really quick. It was about like 5 minutes, literally. I was just playing around in this space, preparing, like getting into the mental state or whatever, and also keeping my body free of tension, because if I were to just sit and wait, I know my body would start to maybe tense up or accumulate tension in certain areas, and that will obviously cause a distraction to the performance. So just walking around kind of like, you know, like what a boxer does right before he goes to box. You see him, he's like consistently right before the fight just juggling around. That was when I was in the waiting room, got into the room, saw Lori Wyman. That was such a pleasure. Usually on the callbacks on Zoom, there's like 5 different people around there, like 5 to 10 different people, and those are usually like the producers, writers, and yada yada, and they're all there. They all have their camera off and their mic off, and they're there to just observe. The director is on, so you'll usually just hear like a voice or whatever. Sometimes they show themselves, sometimes they don't. In this case, they didn't. They were giving the direction in Spanish to make sure that talent can understand the direction in Spanish, and also, I guess, communicate in that language. So he was like, okay, you're gonna do the exact same thing that you did in the audition, and you can do it about like 2 or 3 different takes, however you want. So it's pretty chill, and there's no lines that he's giving to me. So we did it that way. And he was like, okay, good. Now let's do another variation of it. You're gonna be working, and then you're gonna hear something, and you're gonna think to yourself and say that line to yourself. And then he was like, okay, awesome. Now we're gonna do a whole nother line, and then you're gonna do it in that same scenario. And let's do that about like two different times. And he just asked if I danced professionally or just like casual or whatever. This audition just goes straight over my head. It's very unhealthy, I think, in an acting career to sit back and think, oh my gosh, did I get it? Did I get it? Did I get it? It's very unhealthy. It's a waste of time. It feels horrible to just be waiting by the phone. It's best that you do your job. The audition is your job. And the way how I like to think about it is whenever I reflect after my audition, I reflect in a way kind of like keeping track of how do I feel, how did it go, and who did I meet, things like that. You also are like monitoring your performance with that. Okay, this audition, did I get a call back for that? Yes, no. And you're kind of just keeping track of it in the long run. I think it's just a really smart way to improve, also a healthy way to look at your auditions and callbacks. If you're wondering how do I feel about this audition, I feel like I did my job as best as I can. I gave myself a pat on the back. So that's that, guys. I really hope this gave you a look into how I prepare for a callback audition, as it is different to preparing for an actual audition. I will see you guys in the next video. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you're interested in seeing more content like this. I give a lot of insight to the industry in my career, anything acting related. All right, guys, like I said before, I will see you in the next video.